Hello everyone, and welcome to part 2 of the thrifting adventure. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, make sure to stop now and watch part 1 first. Part 2 will include a haul at the end, so make sure to stay tuned for that. As always, welcome. My name is Daniel, and we are thrifting today at Orange County Goodwill store. So this is a continuation from the part 1 video. So as always, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you love going to the thrift store, then this is the channel for you. I do welcome you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're also hitting the notification bell so you're notified of all my weekly videos. And before you exit today's video, make sure to hit that like button, as it does help out our channel here and it lets YouTube know that you are loving my content. So let's go ahead and see what else we come across in today's continuation of thrifting at various Orange County Goodwill stores. Here we see this Bath & Body Works Halloween candle holder. I have been coming across a lot of Bath & Body Works pieces, whether they're candles or pieces that you can actually utilize to set up your candles. So we actually do get a lot of items as well when we thrift at Orange County Goodwill. We get a lot of Bath & Body Works items. We do get a lot of candles in donations, but most of them are brand new. Some of them are used. You just have to be very careful in what you select, because Goodwill does tend to sell them for a very hefty price, considering that it's only like 1/3 of a bit of candle left. So I'm always very particular when it comes to choosing the candles that make it back home. So I do hope that you enjoy this part 2 session, and as always, make sure to let me know in the comments down below if there is something that catches your eye in this walkthrough. Now, if I had the room in my home and if I had a larger car, this rocking chair definitely would have made it home with me. It was in such great shape. It definitely could have been sanded down to maybe the original wood color, and it was only $9.99. That is definitely a bargain for a rocking chair. One of the best things about thrifting at Orange County Goodwill stores is the furniture that I come across. They sell very amazing furniture, a lot of it also vintage, like this piece right here, this tier stand, and they usually sell it for a really great price. Now this right here is definitely a little bit more expensive at $39.99 because it is more of a vintage piece, but for the majority, I always come across a lot of amazing pieces that are inexpensive. So if you are on the hunt for unique furniture, then definitely look at all of the Orange County Goodwill stores, in particularly in Santa Ana. There is a few Goodwill stores there, especially the one with the marketplace. That always carries a lot of big box furniture. That is definitely one of the places that you want to look if you're ever in the Orange County area. Speaking of Orange County, we also do get a lot of Disney items. As you all know, I do live in the city of Anaheim, home to Disneyland. So we do get an influx of items that are either donated by the theme park itself or from people that are donating them to the thrift store. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Did I say that right? Being a big Disney buff, I absolutely love coming across cool pieces like this vintage Mary Poppins record. Absolutely astonishing. I love coming across pieces like this when I'm thrifting. I am a huge Disney fanatic. For those of you who do not know, I love the Disney parks. I love the Disney films. I love Walt Disney's legacy, and it just really warms my heart when I find really cool, unique pieces at the thrift store. So make sure to let me know in the walkthrough, you guys, if there's something that does catch your attention. Drop it down in the comments down below. Make sure that you also stick around to see what ultimately made it home from either part 1 or what you're seeing right now, which is part 2. So let's go ahead and continue on and see what cool items we come across, or what golden finds, what I like to say, we come across. This was very interesting. This was very unique in itself. This wood deer piece, it looks like it was handmade by someone, and it was just very intricately detailed in the cut, and it was just a very interesting piece. It definitely would have been an interesting buy maybe for the Christmas season. What do you think? Definitely probably would have put some plaid ribbon around the neck, and it would have been a really cool decorative piece. You all know that I love pumpkins, but I am limiting on the pumpkins that I bring back home. I really don't need any more. I purchased so many for the fall season, and I don't think I need any more. These poinsettias, which is the Christmas flower that we all know, absolutely gorgeous, and these will always live forever. At $3.99, not bad at all. I don't really have a super green thumb. I tend to let some of our plants do survive in our garden. We only have a small patio, so I don't really have a lot of room for gardening, but so far some of the plants that I have planted have made it, but unfortunately some have not. This Avon vintage piece was also very unique at $5.99. It was a really nice piece, very vintage looking, and I loved the theme of it with the brother and sister with the Christmas tree. This Threshold for Target Easter collection piece is only $1.49, which is actually such a great buy considering that it's a brand new mug, and it's actually from this year's Easter collection from Threshold. And as far as the holiday decor goes, I am only keeping an eye out for Christmas at the moment, but I do occasionally bring a few pieces of other holiday items from upcoming holidays that are coming up in the next year, which would be Valentine's Day, Easter, and so on. So I am particular in what I bring home. I need to really limit myself because I am starting to overindulge, just like this Ray Dunn mug, in a lot of thrifting. So I have to be very picky, and I'm sure a lot of you also have that same problem if you're an avid thrifter, because you always come across so many amazing things that you want to bring home. But we definitely have to practice our due diligence in being very particular in what we bring home. I don't know the authenticity of this tin. This says that it's Kingsland's chlorinated tablets for throat diseases. I don't know if it's actually true vintage or if it's just a replicate piece. It looks like a reproduction piece, but I'm not too quite sure. But the tint on it, the color, it could all possibly be that it's just something that was made that way to look like that. But it also looks like it's very realistic. But again, it could be a reproduction piece. Not quite sure if it was actual true vintage. This Ray Dun platter, $3.99. I actually already have one like this in my office space at home. Perfect little trinket tray to always have around. And I absolutely fell to the floor when I saw this. This is such a beautiful piece. That's $7.99 for this light up pumpkin piece. Very nice. I absolutely fell in love with the color on it. And it's very difficult not to want to bring everything home. I always have that problem, and I have been finding it very difficult lately, skipping on a lot of things because I want to just bring everything home. Like this crocheted blanket is absolutely gorgeous, $12.99. The colors are absolutely beautiful. I love the yellow, and all of the other colors really make a pop in this beautiful blanket. These were $1.49 each, and they are place card holders. This was $3.99 for this little pine tree for Christmas. So there's lots of Christmas coming out, which makes me super excited because it's absolutely my most favorite holiday of the year, and I cannot wait to see what Christmas items we come across this year for the upcoming months of November and December. And see, there's so many cool pieces that I was coming across, like this Noel sign for candles. This was like a candle holder. It does look quite a little bit older, possibly 90s, $6.99. And then I absolutely loved this tree collar, and it was such a great price. Tree collars are so expensive, and they are not this high quality. This was such a high quality tree collar, and if I hadn't already purchased one, I definitely would have purchased this one. I should have just waited. I always tell myself you never know what you're going to come across when you're at the thrift store, and behold it, I found one right after I had just purchased one from the store. But it was okay. The one I bought is still a very fabulous piece, and it wasn't super expensive, but this was such a great deal. The haul is coming up, you guys. Thank you so much for watching the walkthrough. As always, make sure to let me know in the comments down below if you see that there's something that is not in my haul. Let me know if you saw something that really spoke to you and if you would have picked it up for yourself. But the haul is coming up right next. Hey everyone, and welcome to the haul portion of the video. I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough and are ready to see all of the amazing goodies that made it home with me. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in on all the fun and see if you all guessed right what made it home. So it seems like there's never going to be an endless stop to this because I just cannot resist picking up pumpkins, and I feel like I already have enough for what I'm trying to do for my fall decor setup, which you all will have to wait and see. But yes, I did pick up a few pumpkins. Now I picked up this one, and this was only $1.99, which I think this is such a great deal. Something like this for these type of sized pumpkins are not going to be cheap, these foam ones. And I love the green color. It's very pretty. Only $1.99. Of course, we couldn't leave its siblings behind, so I did pick up the one that was also $2.99. And this one, I think the $5.99, yeah. Wait, oh no. This tag is not right. Why is there two tags on here? That's odd. So one tag says $2.99, one says $5.99. This one says $3.99, so I think this was $2.99. $2.99 $3.99. So I did buy these all three, which are going to be perfect for the fall decor setup. And let's just get all the one just rolled away. Let's just get all the pumpkins out of the way, you guys. I also picked up the bag. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small pumpkins for $3.99. I think that was a good deal as well. And these are, again, I'm getting a bunch of different sizes, colors for the idea that I'm going to be doing. So these were perfect. These are, I'm like finding all of them now when I was trying to look for them way earlier when I had my idea of what I want to do for my centerpiece. But it's all coming into play now because I'm finding them so much at the thrift store, and it's perfect timing. Now, this next item, I want to say might be a lampshade. I'm not quite sure. It definitely has the dome shape of a lamp shade, but it was $4.99. It's like this wood wicker, and I love this because I'm going to be actually using this for something else. I'm going to flip it. This will be probably part of my Christmas DIY session. So you will have to wait and see what I ultimately do with this piece. But this was $4.99. And then also, speaking of Christmas, I do have a few things here. I picked up a few of these. These were only $1.49. And they are place card holders. They have the little clip right here. You put the little card on there. So only $1.49, but I'm going to be flipping these into something else. You will have to wait and see in the Christmas DIY video, which will come out later in the year. So $1.49, and I bought, I think, like 6 of them, I want to say. But it's just a small little like pine tree and a little metal tin. And then I also picked up this Christmas tree. I don't know what it is about these, but I feel like they look almost realistic, but they also kind of give off a very fake vibe. So this is a vintage little tree. It's a classic silks made in China, Wang's International Incorporated from Memphis, Tennessee. It was $2.99. I love that it has a wood base on here. It still has, oh, it had its original tag, but it ripped off. This is the Goodwill tag. It was $2.99. And I like the little base on here. It feels like real wood. And then I don't know what it is about this tree. It looks very real. It needs to be cleaned up. There's like some little fabric pieces on here, like polyfill for some reason. But I just loved it. And it's so pretty. I think it looks very natural, and it'll be perfect for Christmas. Now, I instantly fell in love. Again, I'm telling you, Halloween just will not quit. It keeps haunting me through the aisles. But I found this jack-o'-lantern that lights up. This is actually a vintage piece. It, as you saw in the video, in the walkthrough, it does light up very beautifully. I fell in love. As soon as I turned it on to test it at the store, I was like, this is coming home without a doubt. It was $7.99, and it is a vintage piece. It's part of the Lucky 7 Desatorping. I cannot read that. It looks very, I can't read it. I don't know if it's a different language. It's spelled very odd. But it's part of the Lucky 7 brand, and it is vintage. And for some reason, this resells very high. Like, I found a few listings. People have sold it for $50. That's what it was purchased for when they resold it. Some people have it listed for $60 or $80. It's interesting to know. I wonder why. It must be just a very sought after piece, or it's just that it looks really cool, or the fact that it is vintage. You know, vintage things just tend to always sell for a lot. But I was super thrilled and excited to have came across this piece, and it's definitely going to make a highlight for Halloween when I am able to display it for next year. And then I also picked up this piece, which is kind of random, but I have a few other pieces that will match with it. I did pick up this little house, this Christmas village piece. It was $2.99. Who knows? It might have been maybe like from Target or Walmart or like that. The light doesn't work anymore, so it needs a battery replaced. But I just really liked it. It does have a small little chip, but that doesn't usually ever stop me unless it's something major. I usually always still buy stuff, but I really love the neutral look of these little houses. I found a few pieces last year, also from Goodwill, and I thought that it would also match well with this little piece, so I grabbed that. And then the last two items are the Joy to the World metal plaque sign. This piece is really nice. It was $5.99 and it is like a galvanized metal. This is the back, this is the front. I really love the details. I love the neutral vibe that it has. Again, I'm going with this type of vibe. It's beautiful. It has a little bit of glitter, just enough, not too much, and it just gives it that shine when you see the sign, and it's just a beautiful piece. I love the color. It's very rustic. You can kind of see a little bit of pale gold on there. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sign, and I cannot wait to use this for the holidays. And then last but not least, this actually came in at a perfect time. So I did pick up the harvest sign. Now, I was very close to not picking this up. I love the burlap bow, and there's like a bunch of sticks, and there's like these metal leaf accent pieces. I was very close to not picking this up though, just because I felt it was a little expensive. Originally $24.99 from Marshall's, and it was $10.99 at Goodwill, as you guys can see right here. But I just feel like it was a little pricey for what it was. This should have been, you know, easily been maybe $5.99. But I don't know. I really fell in love with the burlap and the letters, you know, how it says harvest. It just really vibed with me. So I'm just like, you know what? Just bring it. You can put it for your decor this year. So I love it. So this will definitely work. So I like this. So that is the end, you guys, of the haul. Let me know in the comments down below, as always. Let me know what was your favorite find of mine. Is there something in the walkthrough? There was so many goodies in today's walkthrough. So let me know if there's something that you would have purchased yourself. As always, drop those comments down below and let me know what you think. And I will catch you on our next thrifting adventure. As always, make sure that you hit the like button before you exit this video. And make sure to go out there and check for your own golden finds. Check what's out there and let me know what you find. Come back and let me know in a comment that you found something awesome. You know, it's the thrill of the hunt, and you just never know what you're going to find next at the thrift store. So I will see you all on our next adventure. Until then, this is Daniel again from Golden Finds, wishing you a wonderful day whenever you're watching this. Bye guys, have a wonderful day.